if they actually pull this off and either force Jerome Powell to resign or worse, put him in prison, that means Trump's going to put a puppet into the Fed, and that puppet will bring the rates down to 1%, which will basically add rocket fuel to an already raging fire of an economy and a market, sending us probably into the final phase of complete insanity. Be a good time. Now, we got Bitcoin news, we got Ethereum news, we got Solana news, we got meme coin stuff, guys. We got a whole bunch of good times. We're going to get straight into it. So, Fed Housing Director Pult says Papa Powell should resign. Well, guess what? Jerome Powell just had a speech. Guess what he didn't do? Resigned. Yeah, man. I do not envy Jerome Powell right now. Okay, he's trying to do what he thinks is right, whether it's because of his political bias or his actual, mathematical deductions at the Fed. This dude is under wild pressure. We haven't seen this kind of Fed pressure since the Volcker era, man. And I wasn't alive back then, but from what I read, it was pretty intense. Anyway, crazy things are afoot. And apparently they are very, very serious about taking Jerome Powell down. Fed Chair Jerome Powell has been referred to the Department of Justice for a criminal investigation for lying under oath. Now, look, I think every talking head in Washington, D.C., all they do is lie. But anyway, if this is how they bring him down and they force, Jerome Powell out of office through some kind of criminal investigation, I guess that opens the door for Scott Bessent to take over the Fed and lower rates to 1%. It'll be crazy shit if they do that. Anyway, Bitcoin currently, post Jerome Powell speech, is saying, you know what? Let's test the upper end of our bullish pennant here. Volumes are relatively low. You can see down here, okay, how volumes have been over the last few days. Saturday, Sunday, of course, very low volumes as weekends usually are. Monday, decent but not crazy. We haven't had any huge volume spikes like we had back here on like the 10th of July or the 15th of July. Okay, we've had much smaller volume days. So let's see if we can break this triangle to the upside today, or if this is just going to be a rejection and more consolidation within this approximate range here, okay? So we shall see. We shall see if we're going to have to just redraw the triangle tomorrow or if it'll stick for today. Let's see. Anyway, reminder, the upside breakout target for this is about $126,000, $27,000, something like that. The downside target to this is about $110,000, which comes in right around the 50-day EMA here. Just FYI, okay? Guys, if you're trading these markets, you need a good exchange to do that on. It's BitUnix, baby. That is the hot spot to be trading at these days. You probably heard me mention it once or twice, or if you're new around here, go check it out. It's where I'm doing most of my futures trading at these days. Long the rips, short the dips, no KYC, no VPN, no BS, meaning this is available to literally anyone, anywhere. That's you, okay? You can trade all the big coins with deep liquidity over here, whether that's Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, XRP, or you want to trade more exotic stuff like Dog with Hat. They got you covered, okay? And here's the exclusive deal. Now, this only lasts for a few more days, okay? So you better hop on board. $400 in deposit bonuses. So you deposit $1,000, they put $200 back in your account. Deposit $2,000, they put $400 cash money back in your account. That's crazy, man. And you get up to $9,000 in trading bonuses. So the more you trade, the more cash back you get. It's crazy. Check it out. Link down below. And just so you guys know, I am trading all the time over here on BitUnix. Current positions. Pepe long is not doing super fantastic currently. Pager setting here. Pepe long's currently not doing awesome, but that's fine. That's fine. My Salana long is absolutely printing right now, so it makes up for it. Let's see if we can get to Pepe cruising here too. I mean, ETH has gone wild, so we'll dig more into the Pepe charts here in a minute, but just so you guys show, I put my money where my mouth is. I'm trading over here in BitUnix all the time. So let's talk about the Google searches. Google searches for altcoins just hit a 4-year high. Retail's coming back. Exit liquidity's on the way, guys. Or if you're new around here, that could be you. Look, if you're new around here and you're aping into the top on coins hitting all-time highs right now, you're playing the game wrong, okay? You want to buy low, sell high. Now, there are still lots of great opportunities. There are still lots of coins that have not yet broke out, Okay, doesn't mean they're all going to break out, but still lots of coins haven't broken out. Still lots of great trading opportunities. Time to add on pullbacks and stuff like this. My view is that the market goes way effing higher, okay? But just so you guys are aware, okay? People are paying attention again. More people are coming back in. And if you're new here, fantastic. But just understand the markets, okay? The best time to buy was a few months ago, a year ago, whatever it might be. And if you're just getting interested now, be very selective with the things that you're buying. Just FYI, okay? Don't make yourself index liquidity. I want you guys to win. Check this out. This is the Blockchain Center Altcoin Season Index. Our current rating is at 53, sorry. Current rating is at 53, right in the middle zone. Now, when we see this get above 75, like we had back here in December, for example, when we see this get above 75, that tends to basically telling us that the end is near for the current move and that a local top will likely be put in, if not the final top. But I think we're going for a local top next and a final top either much later this year or sometime in early 2026, but that's a different conversation for another video. Anyway, you can see that usually when we get above this line, marks pretty clearly the times when it's good to take profits. We're not there yet, okay? So when I say that people are starting to take an interest in altcoins again, there's still a lot of time to the upside. Okay, and still a lot of opportunities, but just again, be selective with what you're buying. Dogecoin. Man. Almost came back down to retest my line here. But what it did come back down to retest is this wick area right here. Beautiful, beautiful technical move here by Dogecoin. I guess I should have drawn my line like that. There you go. It got me. I was using the candle bodies. Should have done the wicks. Lark. Anyway, if you're looking for a re-entry on Dogecoin, market just gave it to you. Now, can it maintain this? Let's see if it maintains that support at 26 cents. A breakout beyond 28, let's really call it 29 cents, is probably the next big move here. So right now, there's no trade on Dogecoin. Limit orders at 26 cents or trigger orders at 29 cents to catch a breakout, in my opinion, would be the play, okay? And that would be targeting back up to these highs here around sort of 47, 48 cents, which were reached back in December of 24, okay? That seems like a logical target because once Dogecoin starts moving, it tends to move pretty damn fast, to be honest, so keep an eye out for it. Eric Trump's back, man. Tweeting about ETH, saying, see, I told you guys it was a great time to buy ETH back on the, was that 3rd of February? Eric, that was not a great time to buy ETH, man. We went from $3,400 to $1,400, dog. That was a brutal time to buy ETH. Holy shit. Eric, keeping it real, man. Just keeping it real here. Holy shit. Anyway, CryptoPunk7213 said, in a single day, we've had SEC chairman declare ETH not a security. U.S. government putting forward a bill to remove accredited investor laws, allowing 99% of U.S. citizens to ape into private deals. Yes. Bill proposed to allow anyone with 2K leverage to trade up to 5x. Previously needed $25,000. On the way to a free market, financial degeneracy, and the government will lean in because they have no other choice. The country's debt is at all-time high. Stable coins, tokenized equities, 24/7 trading, leverage perps for retail, AI bubble, AI agents, all part of the plan. Everything's going to go way effing higher. Vance Spencer saying, between the pace of ETH inflows, that's ETH ETF inflows, picking up between 250 to 500 million per day, treasury companies like SBET, Bitmine, buying billions, okay? Mid-11 figures have been added as buy pressure over a medium term for ETH, 12 to 18 months. ETH equals $50 to $100 billion of inflows on a $400 billion asset. What's that going to do to the price? Probably send it to $10,000. Nice. Another $300 million day yesterday for ETF inflows for Ethereum. Now, that being said, Ethereum has come into the danger zone. And as you guys know, there's only one movie in the world that was bold enough, that had the balls to play Danger Zone. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Of course, we're referring to Top Gun, one of the best movies of all time. Anyway, it's a different conversation, Lark. Coming into the danger zone here for ETH, $4,000 remains the big boss right now. You get over 4K and the move to a new all-time high could come real fast. But 4K, as you can clearly see, has been the zone where we get smacked back down for ETH. So if we are going to say, well, we're just going to immediately take us down the first try, there'll be no retracements at all. Let's see. Let's see. Look, if there's going to be a retracement, it's going to be here, okay? Now, pulling back 10% to about $3,500. You can see back here, previous resistance, good spot for potential support. That's a 10% drawdown from the peak a few days ago. A 20% drawdown, by the way, is not even that crazy either. And it would bring us back down to around $3,000, which is the top of the previous bull flag here. Support back in this area here as well. Plus, that then brings us back down to probably around the 50-day EMA. 20-day EMA right now is around $3,200 approximately. So we'll see. These are pretty heavily steep EMAs right now. So we'll see how that goes, okay? So watch for what happens here, okay? I don't think there's a great trade on ETH at this particular second. You either need to wait for the actual breakout beyond resistance of $4,000 to go long and into new all-time highs, or look to add on a pullback to one of these two levels, either at $3,500 or at $3,000, in my opinion, okay? Pepe. Pepe, man. We love the frog coin. Frog coin, go to the moon. Let's go, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's just sitting there, man. Just sitting there. But stopped out like 2 times on this already. Trying to catch this breakout. Oh, but I'm going to stop out a 3rd time. Let's see. Anyway, hopefully Pepe starts picking up a bit here with the ETH pump. Normally you'd see Pepe following shortly behind. Hasn't happened yet. Let's see if the market picks up on that soon or not. Upexi, a Solana treasury company. They've acquired an additional 100,000 Solana for $17 million. That's crazy, man. Huge buy pressure still coming in here for Solana. The first U.S. Solana staking ETF from a very small firm called Rex Shares has surpassed 100 million in assets under management. Now, these guys, I cannot believe they got approved, and we still haven't had like Fidelity and Franklin Templeton and stuff, but they're different. They're just pure spot ETFs. This one actually like is a conglomeration of like different stuff. Anyway, regardless, the demand is there, okay? $100 million for a very small shop for ETFs. This is not Fidelity, okay? This is not Franklin Templeton or Invesco, who are all trying to get Solana ETFs as well. Rex Shares. Who the hell is Rex Shares? Nobody knows. They're the guy who launched these U.S. Solana staking ETFs. The demand is there, guys. And when Solana gets serious ETFs from serious players, big money is going to come in, okay? Solana currently at $202, breaking out beyond the key pivot point. We shared this trade setup with you multiple times, guys. If we put that weekly close in above $175, that was the go long signal. We put it in about 180. Since then, the price is up $22. Not bad. Not bad. Of course, we've been calling ETH longs here for a few weeks now at different points, at different breakout levels. Been following it up as the prices rise. Now, nothing ever goes up in a straight line, but Solana seems to be catching up a little bit. This move, while not straight up to it, I think could be the move that sends us back to at least test previous all-time highs. So let's see how it plays out. Bonk, of course, still the new paradigm of money for dog coins and meme coin launch pads. Bonk is literally being eaten up by buybacks from Bonk fund revenue. Now, GP, by the way, man, should have aped into that altcoin the second I saw that. Didn't. Then it went up 100%, and then I didn't. Then it went up 1,000%. I was like, nah, I'm not going to buy now. It went up another 100%. Crap. Anyway, Bonk, still probably an interesting opportunity. $1 million a day in Bonk buybacks, man. That's crazy. That is huge, huge buyback pressure, okay? Serious. Currently, the price is consolidating right in this area. I would still like to see a pullback to the 20-day EMA. That require probably a wider market pullback. Either that or a break beyond 0.00004 is a good opportunity to go long here on Bonk as well. Okay, so currently consolidating. Let's watch for a breakout or a major retest back down to the 20-day EMA for Yoldi Bonk here. Okay, and of course I should have switched my AVAX into Bonk. Didn't do it. Analysis paralysis, man. AVAX once again, ready to hurt me. Coming into key resistance. An area of resistance that has been hit many, many times before. Will we finally break out? Huge consolidation range here ever since the 2nd of February. Huge consolidation range. You can see 3 bottoms came in. Multiple tests at the top of the range here as well. If AVAX can break $27, it probably starts actually running and gets back up to like 50 bucks or something pretty quickly, okay? But it has definitely been not getting the kind of love that other coins have been in the market. So let's see. Should probably just sell and buy Bonk. Anyway, guys, you're awesome. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you back in the next video. Peace.